Hey there, friends. Pastor Jason here. Glad you can join me for daily devotionals. We're still in Deuteronomy. We're in Deuteronomy 21 today and 22. We're going to hear Moses reminding them, laying down more instruction for them before they cross the Jordan. Let's get right to it today. Deuteronomy 21, verse 1. If a murder victim is found lying in a field in the land the Lord your God is giving you to possess, and it's not known who killed him, your elders and judges must come out and measure the distance from the victim to the nearby cities. The elders of the city nearest to the victim are to get a young cow that has not been yoked or used for work. The elders of that city will bring the cow down to a continually flowing stream and place to a place not tilled or sown, and they will break its neck there by the stream. Then the priests, the sons of Levi, will come forward, for Yahweh your God has chosen them to serve him and pronounce blessings in his name, and they are to give a ruling in every dispute in case of assault. All the elders of the city nearest to the victim will wash their hands by the stream over the young cow whose neck has been broken. They will declare, "Our hands did not shed this blood, our eyes did not see it." Lord, forgive your people, Israel, you redeemed, and do not hold the shedding of innocent blood against them. Then they will be absolved of responsibility for bloodshed. You must purge from yourselves the guilt of shedding innocent blood, for you will be doing what is right in the sight of the Lord. You'll be doing what's right in the Lord's sight. When you go to war against your enemies and the Lord your God hands them over to you and you take some of them prisoner, and if you see a beautiful woman among the captives, desire her and want to take her as your wife, you are to bring her into your house. She must shave her head, trim her nails, remove the clothes she was wearing when she was taken prisoner, live in your house and mourn for her father and her mother a full month. After that, you may have sexual relations with her and be her husband, and she will be your wife. Then, if you're not satisfied with her, you are to let her go where she wants, but you must not sell her for money or treat her as merchandise, because you've humiliated her. If a man has two wives, one loved and the other unloved, and both the loved and the unloved bear him sons, if the unloved wife has the firstborn son, when that man gives what he has to his sons as an inheritance, he is not to show favoritism to the son of the loved wife as his firstborn over the firstborn of the unloved wife. He must acknowledge the firstborn, the son of the unloved wife, by giving him 2 shares of his estate, for he is the first fruits of his fertility. He has the rights of the firstborn. If a man has a stubborn and rebellious son who does not obey his father or mother and doesn't listen to them even after they discipline him, his father and mother must take hold of him and bring him to the elders of the city, to the gate of his hometown. They will say to the elders of his city, "This son of ours is stubborn and rebellious. He doesn't obey us. He's a glutton and a drunkard." Then all the men of his city will stone him to death. You must purge the evil from you, and all Israel will hear and be afraid. If anyone is found guilty of an offense deserving the death penalty and is executed, and you hang his body on a tree, you are not to leave his corpse on the tree overnight, but are to bury him that day. For anyone hung on a tree is under God's curse. You must not defile the land the Lord your God is giving you as an inheritance. Deuteronomy chapter 22. If you see your brother's ox or sheep straying, you must not ignore it. You make sure you return it to your brother. If your brother does not live near you or you don't know him, you are to bring the animal to your home and remain with you until your brother comes looking for it. There we go. Then you can return it to him. Do the same for his donkey, his garment, or anything your brother has lost and you have found. You must not ignore it. If you see your brother's donkey or an ox fallen down the road, you must not ignore it. You must help him lift it up. A woman is not to wear male clothing, and a man is not to put on a woman's garment, for everyone who does these things is detestable to the Lord your God. If you come across a bird's nest with chicks or eggs, either in a tree or on the ground along the road, and the mother is sitting on the chicks or eggs, you must not take the mother along with the young. You may take the young for yourself, but be sure to let the mother go free, so that you may prosper and live long. If you build a new house, make a railing around the roof, so that you don't bring blood guilt on your house if someone falls from it. Do not plant your vineyard with two types of seed, otherwise the entire harvest, both the crop you plant and the produce of the vineyard, will be defiled. Do not plow with an ox and a donkey together. Do not wear clothes made of both wool and linen. Make tassels on the four corners of the outer garment that you wear. If a man marries a woman, has sexual relations with her, and comes to hate her, and accuses her of some shameful conduct and gives her a bad name, saying, I married this woman and was intimate with her, but I didn't find any evidence of her virginity, the young woman's father and mother will take the evidence of her virginity and bring it to the city elders at the gate. The young woman's father will say to the elders, I gave my daughter to this man as a wife, but he hates her. He has accused her of shameful conduct, saying, I didn't find any evidence of your daughter's virginity, but here is the evidence of my daughter's virginity. They will spread out the cloth before the city elders. Then the elders of the city will take the man and punish him. They will also fine him 100 silver shekels and give them to the young woman's father, because that man gave an Israelite virgin a bad name. She will remain his wife. He cannot divorce her as long as she lives. But if this accusation is true and no evidence of the young woman's virginity is found, they will bring the woman to the door of her father's house, and the men of the city will stone her to death, for she has committed an outrage in Israel by being promiscuous in her father's house. You must purge the evil from you. If a man is discovered having sexual relations with another man's wife, both the man who had sex with the woman and the woman must die. You must purge the evil from Israel. If there is a young woman who is a virgin engaged to a man, and another man encounters her in a city and has sex with her, you must take the two of them out to the gate of that city and stone them to death. The young woman, because she did not cry out in the city, and the man, because he has violated his neighbor's fiancée. You must purge the evil from you. But if a man encounters an engaged woman in the open country, and he seizes and rapes her, only the man who raped her must die. Do nothing to the young woman, because she is not guilty of an offense deserving death. This case is just like the one in which a man attacks his neighbor and murders him. When he found her in the field, the engaged woman cried out, but there was no one to rescue her. If a man encounters a young woman, a virgin who is not engaged, takes hold of her and rapes her, and they are discovered, the man who raped her must give the young woman's father 50 silver shekels, and she must become his wife because he violated her. He cannot divorce her as long as he lives. A man is not to marry his father's wife. He must not violate his father's marriage bed. 2 difficult chapters, I know. But what is the main point here? The main point is that we are to keep ourselves holy. Purge the evil from ourselves. Now, in this day and age, we're not taking people out and stoning them. And I'm not saying that that's what we should start doing. But we should take very seriously keeping ourselves holy, doing what we can, leaning on the Holy Spirit to guide us, direct us, to give us courage and strength to do what is right and righteous. Does that mean we're never going to fail again? No, we're going to sin, we're going to fail, and we're going to have to ask for forgiveness. But we are, as far as it depends on us, as best as we can, we should keep in mind to stay holy, stay right with the Lord. And when you read this stuff, that often, sometimes you hear that, and people will have a fear of doing the wrong thing. Having a certain level of fear it's a good thing, right? It keeps us out of trouble. Having a fear of touching a hot stove is a healthy fear to have. And that's kind of what this is about. Have a healthy fear of sin. Have a healthy fear let that fear help you stay holy and sanctified, set apart for holy use. Hey, with that, I hope Deuteronomy 21 and 22 inspire you. Be blessed, be a blessing, and I'll see you tomorrow as we continue in Deuteronomy. Have a great day.